In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Darth Vader for the Revenge of the Sith line. And he's the first one in the basic numbering system, and kind of the only one unless you count like the pre-suit Vader, for instance. But this is the only suited Vader that we've really gotten in the numbering line for the Revenge of the Sith line. There is the Darth Vader on the table, the reconstruction Vader, things like that. And there's a quick change to Darth Vader set. But this one's probably the go-to Vader for most people from the Revenge of the Sith line. And you know, quite frankly, as far as Vaders go, this might be one of the best ones you can get in terms of affordability and availability and just the likeness to Vader and all the components to it. It's really good. It's still one of my favorites. And if you wanted one brand new, you could probably find it no problem on sites like eBay for less than $10 even. So if you really want a Vader for your collection and you're on a very tight budget, this is definitely the go-to Vader, I think, for most people. So I do have a little bit of a story behind this guy. I came home from school back in 2005. I believe this actually might have been before the movie, or before I went to go see the movie. It may have been May of 2005. But I came home from school, and my mom said, check behind the couch. And I did, and sure enough, this Vader was sitting there. So I didn't ask for it or anything, but my mom went ahead and got it for me. And I'm very thankful she did. For many years, this was my go-to Vader and the main Vader of my collection. I do have the one from the 30th anniversary line as well, and I debated about showing that in this video, but I think I'm going to save that for when I do the video for the coin album, because they did come with that. But there's no differences between the two action figures at all. It's the same Vader, same paint apps, same everything. So for the helmet sculpt there, it's really good. I think this is probably one of the better Vader head sculpts that you can get. The dome looks right. The proportions look good. The respirator looks good. Everything about it, I think, looks really good. Everything's cast in black, no Ren lenses or anything. As for the rest of his body here, it's a really good sculpted Vader. The only thing that some people might complain about is I think he's just a little bit too short. Of course, this is the Black Series 3 3/4 inch Vader, and they're closer to heights because I have him his little bit of a bend in his knee there, but this one's standing straight up and he's still a little bit shorter than this one. So as far as Vaders go, he could be a little bit taller, I think, but it's not really a problem, but it could be for some people, so that's why I mention it. As for the rest of his suit, looks pretty good. He does have the shoulder armor exposed, no robes over it. He has the chain for the cape, and you can take the cape off if you want to, because you can pop the head off. I've never popped the head off, but if you wanted to do that, you could. Has a plastic for the inner robes on his torso there. Have the control box, green buttons, red buttons. They're all, just comparing to this Vader here, they're all pretty consistent. Then for his skirt here, it is soft goods. Then you have the rest of his suit, and then his boots. Look pretty good. He does have a little bit of a staggered stance there, but it works perfectly fine. You could pretty much get this guy to stand without a stand all right. As you can see, his arms are sculpted in specific positions. He does have an action feature, which, as far as action features go, this one's much more subtle. I know a lot of people don't like those, and oftentimes they have like a huge wheel or button in their back. Nothing like that. I'll show that off here in a minute, but it's very subtle. But as you can see, Vader's in a choking pose there. And he does have a wide enough grip in his hand where if you wanted to put someone's neck there, you could probably do that. In fact, just for fun, we'll go ahead and do that with his little master here. See if we can make that work. Might not work as well, but you kind of get the point I'm trying to make with it. Yeah, something like that. If you really wanted to. And as far as articulation is concerned, it's pretty basic, but you know, he has most of the poses that you can get him in, or well, I'll explain here in a second. He does have a swivel at the neck there, swivel shoulder, and then swivel bicep, and then swivel wrist on this side, and that's because of the action feature. But this one does have a hinge at the shoulder, but nothing at the bicep or elbow. He does have a swivel forearm. And yeah, I guess this is probably more of a forearm as well. Swivel waist, but it has the action feature involved, so you can see it moves his arm there. And then swivel hips there. Nothing in the knees or ankles. Of course, there's always room for improvement with the articulation in this, but you know, for the time and the things you can do with this action figure, I think it's pretty good. So just showing off the action feature real quick, you just squeeze the legs together. And then he has a lightsaber slashing attack, I think it's called on the package. Kind of gimmicky, but as far as action features go, it's not bad. In terms of accessories, he just has signature lightsaber, which, of course, in Revenge of the Sith, we never actually see Vader with this. You see mine's a little bit worn. That's from years and years of having this guy. And plus, as you can see, he has the, what do they call that, like the donut grip or something like that. And his fingers are molded together, so you have to put the lightsaber into place like so. And that's really all you can do. Can't get him to hold it with two hands or anything. Yeah. That's a pretty good pose for him. And very intimidating head sculpt. Not only does it look accurate, but it has a little bit of that menacing appearance about it. Some of the Vaders don't have that. But that's pretty much all I can tell you about this action figure. It's really good. Like I said, if you're a person that's on a very tight budget, but you really want Vader in your collection in 3 3/4 scale, this is the one to get, quite frankly. Of course, the TVC ones, a lot of people would recommend those, but they're up to like $20 now, and if $20 is still a little expensive for you, this one, like I said, you could probably find readily available for probably $10 or less. And he did get multiple repacks in the succeeding years, like Saga Collection, 30th Anniversary line. You may have had a few others, battle packs, things like that. He's had a lot of releases over the years, but this is the original in the Revenge of the Sith line. Like I said, it's one of my favorite Vaders. Have a lot of sentimental history behind it. He's been in my collection for 20 years now at this point. Hard to believe. Seems like just yesterday my mom was telling me, oh, just check behind the couch real quick, and then sure enough I pull him out, and yeah, I can visualize that whole scene again, and it feels like yesterday. I cherish him greatly. Happy he's part of my collection. He's been my go-to Vader for many years, and of course even now with having the TBC ones, this guy still has a very special place in my collection. But anyways, that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for playing more in the future. There's always more to come. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your support, and check out the links in the description if you haven't done so already. And as always, thanks for watching.